22 minutes now before 9 o'clock. Think about the idea of marriage counseling for kids. When you consider the number of married couples who fail to stay together, maybe an ounce of prevention might be worth a pound of divorce. At least that is the theory of a new program that Good Morning America Sunday's co-host Willow Bay discovered, where teenage boys and girls are learning how to communicate to increase their chances for having successful relationships and lasting marriages.
Fawn Bolson's parents have always made sure their daughter got a good education, but they never figured she'd get lessons on divorce. Fawn was 8 when her parents split. She moved in with her mom and quickly learned how divorce affects her life. She learned it every day on her own after school.
When I came home, I knew that nobody was going to be there waiting for me when I got home, that I had to take care of my brother. Knowing that I had to come home, I had to cook and clean and stay out of trouble.
Now, before, when we were talking, you said that, you see so many kids in your neighborhood, in your family, so many children live in broken homes. How do you see that affecting kids, both socially and then in terms of school?
They don't care. They don't care. They really don't have anyone at home that cares enough to sit down with them and help them with their homework or even just give them that little push to do it. And because the parents don't care about each other, the kids don't learn to care about anything. They don't care about their schoolwork. They don't care about this relationship. Or it's difficult for them to stick to something because their parents haven't stuck to anything.
Fawn's high school classmates are also learning about divorce.
I mean, how many of you guys come from homes where your parents are divorced or you live with one parent? That's a lot.
Nearly 18 million children live with a divorced or single parent. And these numbers are growing, according to divorce lawyer Lynn Gold-Bicken and family therapist Lori Gordon.
How have you seen family problems and divorce affect kids at school?
Kids that are going through trauma at home don't study well. Many of them miss school. They're depressed.
When we're upset, it makes it not only very difficult to learn, but it makes us inclined in our behavior to express how upset we are.
Some of them don't even come to school because they have to work because they're living with a single parent who doesn't get enough money to feed them.
When we're in that mode, we're not open to learning reading, writing, and arithmetic.
So reading, writing, and relationships are being taught at high schools. Good morning. In a program called Partners, developed by attorney Gold-Bicken with the help of therapist Gordon.
Be able to say what bothers you without being insulting.
The Partners program is sponsored by the Family Law Unit of the American Bar Association.
What do you hope that this program accomplishes?
We hope to cut down the divorce rate. I mean, that's the simple answer. We hope to cut it down by teaching people before they make choices in their lives how to communicate properly and what they ought to know to make their relationships permanent.
If you don't like the way this house looks, you can clean up, and if you want dinner, you can go into the kitchen and fix it.
The Ellie Rob Wen Public High School in New Orleans, Fawn School, is the launching point for the Partners program.
Right, I'm exhausted.
Starting in October, during the school year, 5 programs like this will be televised from a TV studio in Cambridge, Massachusetts, offered to more than 4,000 public schools in 45 states.
So what are some of the things that you think that you can learn from a program like this that'll really help you as you go on to have relationships and you go on to make very important decisions about your lives?
I noticed instead of starting off like in an argument, coming in the wrong way, just coming in a subtle way like that, then that's what I appreciate.
This dialogue teaches you how to work your way around problems and to be reasonable with people around you, especially people who love you and care for you.
If you were going to tell your mom what you learned today, what would you tell her?
I've already got my ways set about what I'm going to do, but there's a lot of kids in that school that really don't know what they're going to do. I really don't want a child to grow up the way that I did. I'm not saying anything bad about my dad, and I'm not saying anything bad about my mom, but if I did get pregnant, I would have to go into classes. I would learn everything I could about parenting skills, how to handle a child, everything, before I even had a child, just so I could raise that child a lot better.
And it's now 43 minutes after the hour. Next, we're going to turn to the organizing principles of academic achievement. That one, Good Morning America, continues here on ABC.